Welcome once again to Cloud Dancer Speaks. Talks, yaps, and goes on about silly things. Okay, I expect some of you are finding that headache, you know, the one you get at the back of your head, is going and dissipating by now. Some of you are wondering what was happening to you and what was going on. Well, I'll try and explain that to you. First of all, there was an electromagnetic storm off the sun, and it was larger than, well, about twice that of Earth, and it hit Earth. This caused a very interesting reaction over England when they could see the Northern Lights, or the Borealis. That is electromagnetic energy, and that's what was causing your headaches. I've had reports, we've had it here, and we've had it from the States, the same symptom. And that's what's caused it. Some of you have found your lights flickering, some of you have found you lost your television, or you lost your computer. Everything got cut off for a few seconds. We had to reset our Sky receiver due to this. So folks, if you're getting worried about the mysterious headaches, that's where it was coming from. Some of you have been feeling under the weather. That also, feeling weird. That's the only way I can explain it. Again, that's the electromagnetic energy. The more sensitive you are, you'll find the more this increased. Well, what a week, eh? We have His Holiness the Holy Father has told us that there's no such thing as hellfire, and there's no such thing as Adam and Eve, and he wants more. He wants women, priests, and he would like to see a female Catholic Pope. Wow, that's caused a stir up in the Vatican, I can tell you. Oh, there's a lot more to this. But if you go on to News of the World, you'll find that Dark Raven One has put an article on about this, and it's caused hell, I tell you. It's caused ructions. Oh, he also states that all religions are the same. What pagans have been shouting for a long, long time. They are. So, half the cardinals are up really freaking out over it. Bless his cotton socks. I hope some of you aren't suffering too bad with this freeze up. I should say after this week, it should start getting a little better. I mean, in some places, it's been terrible over here, with massive flooding. Even my beloved Cork, the low part of the river, it just flooded. Winds up to about 50 miles an hour. Scary shit. But Britain got it far worse than us, so what are we shouting about? they've gone through hell and back. And I admire those who have managed to get through it. I admire the emergency services, the police, churches, all religious denominations that have opened their doors for the homeless to get them off the street so they won't die. It's happening here as well. So I have to admire them for this. They've done a fabulous job. They're out saving people instead of kicking their asses, which is ridiculous. So our emergency services in England came together to save these people and to help each other. There's also been outlandish reports of we're going to have a flying saucer invasion or an alien invasion. I take this with trepidation. I mean, I'm not sure. I do know that there is alien contact and it's already here. I do know that for a fact. Well, you got over a horrific Christmas in one sense, weather-wise, which has been tragic. Even London has activated their floodgates, or their anti, was it, love? Anti-flood thingies.
Gates, yeah.
In the Thames. But if it's a tsunami hits London, it'll go right over the top of those gates, and a lot of people will be running for the hills. I'm telling you that now. Also on our news we hear that one of the most dangerous sports you can enter into is playing chess. In Dublin over here, a man got killed over a chess dispute, over two people playing, and one disputes, the others win, and so he kills him. So keep away from chess, folks, it's dangerous. It's almost as dangerous as being near the Dark Raven One.
Be near you, more like.
What a thing to say, isn't it? That's a terrible thing to say. We've had a lot of exciting things happen in our own private life, and one is that Dark Raven actually got to sleep.
I'll give you a bath. I mean, that's such a rare occurrence when I can get some sleep.
It is. Because I get blankets taken. Folks, you men folk out there, do you have the experience? You go to bed and you find all the blankets are snatched off of you. Dangerous things, these women. Oh God, it's dangerous things. Now, spiritually, there is a hell of a lot happening. There is a dark, dark shadow over the top of this world, as I told you before. It's covering about 2/3 at the moment. Where that dark shadow is, there is problems. America is into a deep freeze. All of America, California, the whole Florida, the whole lot.
Yeah, it's beginning to thaw out now.
It was Ice Age, but it's beginning to, this shadow is beginning to develop holes in it, and consequently things are beginning to thaw out, and that too holds danger itself, because where there's all this snow and ice, it's all going to melt, and where's it going to go? So we have to think of them. The people in the States, the ordinary person, has suffered deeply We also hear that a lot of the benefits have been cut. And this is tragic. I must admit, Obama's not actually doing things to increase his popularity, is he? Even his own party, half of them are rebelling against him.
He realises it's going to be his last term in.
Oh, I agree. I agree. I don't think he will get in again. Can he get in the third time though?
You can get in maximum of 3 times.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how he got in the second time, I'll be honest with you. A lot of things are happening. Some good, some not so good.
Well, we have to take the rough with the smoke.
Yeah, we just have to ride it. I mean, I have to every day with Dark Raven One.
Oh, don't be so cheeky.
Because she beats me up and, and I'm getting frightened.
The earth is changing.
It is. The earth is changing. She's dead on.
So we have to go with it, no matter how hard it is.
I'll tell you the most ridiculous thing we've heard so far. And it's children entered the science projects, an exhibition in Dublin. And the ones that won had the most magnificent prize you could ever have. They're off to be trained to go to Mars, to colonize Mars. Full stop. That's their prize. One-way ticket to Mars. Oh, good God. I mean, how bloody ludicrous. It's like if my son achieved academic degrees and say, right, your reward is you're going to Mars. I know it here, tell him where to go. How ludicrous. All their work and study and it's resulted in them to go to Mars. Carbon dioxide, unbreathable air, radiation, impact of
freezing.
Oh yeah, it's freezing cold, an asteroid impact. Oh, the joys of it! They can't go running down the beach and saying surf's up. But they'll be able to make lots of sandcastles. They want to what do they call it? Little buffalo. What do they call it?
Call what?
When they take a planet and they make it habitable.
Terraforming.
Terraforming. That's what they're planning to do. To terraform Mars. To make it livable.
Why don't they just ask the aliens?
Yeah, exactly.
They can do it, no trouble.
You got that right. Now, considering Mars is further away from the sun than what we are, I think they're going to have a few problems. But enough of that. Ridiculous, idiotic prizes and news. What year is this taking place, Adrian? You did tell me.
2025.
2025.
They'll have to undergo 8 years of training if you get selected, and that's only because Mars will be closer to Earth during the year of 2025.
Oh wow!
I think.
Considering it's been colder than Mars in America over these past few weeks.
What about us oldies? Can they send us up too in our wheelchair?
No.
Oh. Bummer.
If we could, we could put all the old people in there and launch them to Mars, and they can have races there and stuff.
The one-way journey is because they don't know how to get back.
No, well they know how to get back, but it takes 6 months to get there.
That's only because Earth and Mars will be closer. After 2025, they won't be that close anymore, and there's no way they'd be able to make the return trip.
Oh.
So, you're there to colonise Mars.
So.
If it goes ahead, then.
Yeah, but the point is, Adrian, they would have to do this because they have to get supplies to the colony.
I think they'll have to be growing their own food inside the bases and
Yeah,
stuff.
they have to produce their own oxygen.
And stuff.
Well, that's easy, but it's producing plant life and animals and stuff.
Yeah, well, they need the plants and the trees to produce oxygen.
Yeah, exactly. The cows won't like it out there. And the chickens won't be too happy either. Oh, don't worry, love. When that happens, the first thing they'll do is set up a church and 4 pubs and a McDonald's.
Yeah, most likely.
More likely. Oh, good grief. Then if that came to pass and they made it, everything was made possible, there'll then be friction between Mars and Earth. You know that, don't you? It's bound to happen. Oh, good grief.
Yeah, that's if the masters let them go ahead.
That's very true. So this dark shadow is now getting holes in it, so it might it'll dissipate over a while. I'm not going to spend time explaining where the dark shadow came from or how it has been dissipating, because that's a little bit technical. So try and keep warm and keep safe. Remember, spirit is all around you. There's alternative universes, there's dimensions, there's astral planes. There's a lot happening around you. So with this, we wish you well, and our blessings go out to each and every one of you. Next time I come on, I mean, this is the first transmission of the year, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get back to normal and we'll get more onto spiritual things. Today was just the first transmission, so I wanted it to be more relaxed. Each and every one of you, a happy and prosperous new year. And our blessings go to each one of you. Namaste. Om Shanti.